Welcome to Single Mom Honey, a podcast dedicated to single moms with a focus on health and money and everything in between. I'm Aisha.
I'm Quaylin, actually.
Okay, Miss Quaylin, if you're nasty, okay? But, so today we are going to be talking about the money portion of what we bring to each and every one of you wonderful single moms who is doing the do, and we understand that one of the main things that impacts everybody's lives, but especially a single mom, is your money.
Your finances.
Coins, those finances, your economics, whatever you want to call it. Look.
The bag.
Yep. Kids cost money.
They eat every day.
Every day, multiple times a day. They even like to snack.
Exactly.
Girl, they want a drink. They want some juice. You know.
But they also be wanting like name brand thing.
I haven't gotten there yet with my kids.
Okay.
I still got little kids. They don't care. As long as it's a cartoon character on their shoes, they're good to go. They're not into the whole...
Let me mess around and get me... No. I'm talking about food. Let me mess around and get a fake Oreo. What is this, mama?
So your kids don't even eat generic brands.
Some generic things, but like I got some tricks that I've been doing.
What?
Like Chloe likes Cinnamon Life cereal, but Aldi's has a brand. So I'll get a couple of the Aldi's boxes and then...
Just put the bag?
Put the... I put it in a whole canister, like one of those little glass mason jars with a lot.
Okay.
One down there, mix it in there with the one box of the real stuff. I ain't heard a complaint.
That is hilarious. Let's they go grocery shopping with you. Like, hold on, what's that?
What
up, mama? What's going on?
They like Aldi's though, so Aldi's food's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I have very picky eaters, but thankfully they're not on the brand train. But I was thinking about more so like my kids haven't jumped on the whole brand train when it comes to clothes too.
Oh, I think
they're not older on that sense.
Well, I think it depends on how you raise your kids when it comes to that anyway, because I never started my kids on the brand train when it came to things. Now, I will say that my son is more so now like, I want some Nikes, where the girls just want things that are cute.
Yeah.
So they're...
That could be it too. That is the difference, because even growing up, I remember I didn't care much about the brand stuff, but my brother did.
Right.
You know, and I think it's different for boys than versus girls. Like, boys are definitely judged by how they dress. Girls are judged by how they dress, but not necessarily as much, because they have more stuff. Like, girl sections are plentiful. Like, girl sections, anywhere you go into a store or whatever, is 2 times the size of boys' things.
Exactly.
Being a boy mom, all I know is blue, gray, green, black, white. That's it. We got the same thing since birth of what the boys been wearing.
Well, see, it's the other way around. Carter will wear anything as long as it's quote unquote drippy at this point. I was like,
we have to do an episode on Gen Alpha slang, because I don't know what's going on. My kids saying sus. I'm like, what fuss?
Yeah, all colors. He'd be like, well, I mean, just because it's for a girl don't mean I can't wear it. I'd be like, oh, this is different for me.
Right. So the gender roles are getting mixed differently with this generation.
He want to wear whatever he want to wear. Color, so don't worry. You'll get out of the blues, the grays, the greens, the yellows. Wear whatever
it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, what we're going to focus on today is how you can get money out of your mind and worry, and trying to figure out how to go from 2 incomes to 1 if you have gone through a breakup, if you have gone through a divorce, or if any other changes that happen in your livelihood where now you have to figure out, what can I do to take care of me and my children? Right. That's what we're going to discuss. We have talked about how you can revolutionize yourself in our past episodes, but now we're trying to figure out how you can revolutionize your actual dollars and make some sense out of those as you go along.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Single Mom Honey. Join us on our private Facebook group, Tea Time with Single Mom Honey, to get up on the latest tea and honey combos.
Yes. So let's start with the tea. So step 1 of how you can get your income together when it comes to being a single mom is, first, you need to go on for 2 incomes to 1 is reassess your new household income. Yeah. You got to take a look at your individual salary, any extra streams of income that you may have, maybe a side hustle, maybe you are one of the few who are getting child support.
You talking over there. you're getting child support consistently, not just getting child support, and getting the full amount on time and consistently.
Not just because you got an order, girl. We mean you getting them deposits
That's
every.
That's pipe. That is ink. You can't spend ink.
Yes. We mean actual money. Yes. So, when those things come up and then any other monthly debt payments, that come through. Now, if there's...
Really quick, I'm sorry. You want to take a look at your expenses, I would say.
No, that's coming up next.
My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right now, we're not just focusing on income. Right now, I'm just focusing on income. The money that is coming in to your household that you can spend after your deductions and everything else get taken out as taxes, government get their piece. Everybody want a piece, but anybody's trying to help out a piece. So if there's not much left over or you can't afford to sustain your current living situation, it could be time for a change. It will go a little further into that as well. It could mean maybe it's time to get a part-time job. Maybe you didn't have a side hustle, but now you have to figure out one. You need to get some supplemental income from your regular W-2 or W-4 job and be able to consider some alternate living arrangements. So first focus is the money that's coming in that you know for a fact that you can use. Now we got a piece of the part.
Exactly. Not money that you're banking on. Not a possible. This is not spades.
We want to go money.
I possible.
Right? Kids don't eat on possible. Shoes don't get bought on possible. Christmas presents.
Electricity don't stay on possible.
No, mortgage or rent ain't based on, I get you if I can get this possible money. Nobody's trying to hear that. And nobody's trying to come save you. So this is a focus to look at reality and what's right in front of you.
All right. So step 2, you need to have a plan for insurance and other benefits, especially like after divorce or breakup. If you guys were sharing insurance for you and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because healthcare is expensive. And if you lose your insurance, that's when everything happens. It's not when you have insurance. It's not when you have insurance.
No.
Go to the ER. It's still that insurance drop. You're like, ER, and then that bill comes. And those bills, they're real.
Yep.
They're real.
They will hunt you down, believe me.
Yeah, and it will impact your credit if you don't pay them. It'll just hit you in the long run. So, take a look at your health insurance through like the special enrollment period. And that typically lasts about 60 days. So you want to make sure that you are in touch with your HR department, or, you have that information that will provide you insurance coverage during the separation period. This is because you want to make sure that you know that a divorce itself, not quite a breakup, but a divorce or a change in your household would be considered a qualifying life event.
Yeah, when it comes to health insurance, you can't enroll outside of the annual enrollment period unless something like this have a qualified life event. Like, for instance, in my situation, I actually had my ex-husband on my health insurance. Throughout the entire divorce, I had to keep him on my health insurance. He was still getting benefits and medication and doctor's appointments and adjustments and everything else on the health insurance that I paid for every 2 weeks out of my paycheck while fighting me in court, while saying lies about me in court, while being disrespectful during the so-called quote-unquote co-parenting, parallel parenting that we were doing. I still had to pay for him every 2 weeks because marriage is, a legal contract and you just can't kick people off. But when I tell you, when I got that divorce decree in the mail and I had to provide that to my insurance company to get him kicked off effective the date that the divorce decree was published. Let me tell you, I got it on a Friday. They had it Monday morning before I had to sign off of work. They had it Monday, and they were quick with it too. They was like, they took his butt off.
I don't want to cover you for anything anyway, so I'm trying
to
get him off.
Exactly. So they did kick him off. Or if you're in situations, and which that's the first time he ever had health insurance in his adult life was when he was on my plans. But we ain't gonna get into that. Yeah, but we will say bye-bye to the health insurance you never had before.
So in my case, I've always carried the insurance. I think there might have been one time that he carried the insurance, but he was so inconsistent that I think he lost his job. And then I can't be playing those games because my kids got I got to take them to appointments and get their medication.
Car getting declined.
Listen, so then I want to say we had already been divorced about 5 years before. I don't even like to claim him. My ex, the kid's dad, filed for custody after, I was holding him accountable. And with that being said, filing for custody and all of that, I had to pay for a lawyer. So, you take that into account with all your expenses. And I needed healthcare insurance. So what I was able to do, I'm in Pennsylvania. I filed for CHIP, which is like, it goes based on your income. So you can look for alternative insurance options instead of paying full price to your job. Because my job was like absolutely ridiculous when it came to the insurance rates. It was like, okay, me, cool. But then when I added 3 kids, it was like, wait a second. So you want half of my check?
Yep.
Or what if? And like I said, when you have insurance, that's when nothing happens. So you're paying on the what if for forever, but you need it because when you have not.
Kids are just kids. We all have had our situations growing up and everything, but I'm glad that you did bring up the subsidy programs that are available per whatever state you're in. And also there is a healthcare marketplace as well, or quote unquote Obamacare, which you could look at it, be able to get some type of insurance available to either you and your children or just for your children, in the meantime type of situation.
And they have what is called MOD. I know here, at least in Pennsylvania, so that it goes based on your income. So you can get your insurance needs and it won't like completely kill your pocket.
Yep. So just look at whatever state you are in order for you to figure out how to get health insurance. And I felt like that was an important part to put in immediately. We know what our income is, but when it comes to being a single mom and the health of our children, because we all want the best for our kids, we want to make sure that their health needs are what are some of the things that is focused on first. We're not worried about if they got the latest shoes. We're not worried about if they got the latest toys, a PlayStation, Switch, the whatever. We're worried about their health because without that, we have nothing.
Exactly. Yep. And then also just remembering, like, you want to make sure that you're enrolling during that qualifying enrollment
life
event. But if you're outside of the enrollment period, there are qualifying life events. I was able to do that like when I got a custody order. Like that was in the middle. Switch my insurance needs. So
yeah, but if y'all got him on your insurance, such as my case, I mean, immediately, as soon as you get that paperwork in the mail, baby girl, go ahead and let your insurance company know to get him off so you could take down your benefits for just cover your benefits to you and your children, which is all important. Because I've carried my children on my insurance since the moment they were born. Like, even still now, even with the custody agreement in place, I opted. They requested during the divorce, or is the dad going to carry the children insurance or is the mom going to carry the insurance? I said, I'm going to carry my children on my insurance. They were like, what? Well, usually it's the dad that carries the children insurance. And I said,
consistent.
And I said, yeah, most dads who are focused and able to provide carry their children on insurance. My children will always have health insurance through me because I know that they can depend on me. I know I'm going to figure it out. But thankfully, recent situations, I am glad that I made a decision to go ahead and keep my children on my insurance so they never had to worry about having gaps of care. Because, come on now.
Now, here in Pennsylvania, for me, they automatically put the insurance responsibility on the primary caregiver, and I am the primary caregiver.
Really?
I have primary custody. Yeah.
See, in the state of Ohio, it's whatever parent chooses to have the mother insurance, or it's usually the parent that's making the most money or something like that.
I'm not sure, but right now I know it's for me, I have primary custody, and maybe if he had them on insurance previously, but half the time I don't think he had insurance for himself. So
same. My kids ain't gonna be out here on this. Nah. All right. So how else can you make the adjustments for you and your family to go from 2 incomes to 1? The next step is to work on a budget. I know when some people hear the word budget, they're like, so you're telling me I have to punish myself?
Yeah, it sounds like suffocation. Did you say suffocate myself?
No, I said protect yourself with a budget. Woo. Protect your sanity with a budget. I don't know about you, but I'd rather know what's to come versus to figure out in the meantime, crap, I don't have enough money to get me to the next paycheck.
You want to be proactive instead of reactive.
Because reactive makes my nerves bad.
Yeah.
reactive makes my nerves bad. So I know I can't control much of this life, but I can control where the money is going in my household to give me reassurance of, okay, we're good. We're going to make it to the next paycheck, or we're good. We can put away a little bit of money. Okay, we're good. We can have this. Okay, I promise him that he'll get these new things. Okay, so that's what works for me. So when you're working on a budget, I want people to first change their mindset when it comes to it. It's not necessarily doom and gloom. It's more so, okay, I can see a bigger picture and I can create this picture for me and my kids. You have to, first of all, as we already did, assess our income. How much money is coming in to this household every single month? And then we're going to move on to our expenses, in which Quay mentioned earlier. I'm sorry, Quaylin mentioned earlier.
How I feel if it's Quay or Quaylin, but go ahead. You're good.
Okay. So this includes rent or mortgage, your utilities, electric, gas, water, your security system, groceries, eating out, transportation, childcare, also insurance, car insurance, health insurance if you're paying for it outside of your paycheck, and then also just regular bills like doctor visits, or you got to pay to get the house inspected, or you got to pay to have somebody come do your yard work, or whatever it may be. You just want to make sure that you include both fixed and variable expenses. Now, the difference between the two is that fixed expenses are those that stay the same every month. So your mortgage, if your mortgage is $2,000 a month, it's going to be $2,000 a month for the most of the livelihood of your term of the life of the term of your mortgage. I cannot figure that out for the term of your mortgage.
Mom brain. It's called mom brain. You got
yes. Or your car note. You got a car note for $650. You're gonna pay $650 until it's paid off.
Right.
Versus variable expenses, things change. Like we have all noticed the difference in the cost of groceries. Maybe this time last year, I was able to spend $200 a paycheck for me and my children to be able to survive in order to make it to the next paycheck, and we'll be good. Now that $200 just switched to about $350. I don't know about you, Quay, but I'm feeling it at the grocery store.
I seen some orange juice. I remember orange juice was maybe like close to $3 a gallon. And then I seen it said $7.58.
Woo!
And this was at like a regular grocery store. And I thought to myself, like, what kind of oranges did they use? Like, these must be super oranges because the bottle doesn't even look bigger. And I was in that moment, I was so depressed. I was like, I guess we're just not drinking orange juice. I'm going to have to make juice myself. I got a juicer. I mean, everything costs though, time, more money, but $7.58.
My gosh. So we don't drink orange juice in my house. I did buy some when it was on sale, but that's the only time I'll grab if it's 2 for something. We don't really do the whole juices or whatever.
Yeah.
But $7.50 for some orange. I'm sorry, you keep that pump because that's a pump shit. That's a bull pump right there. Yeah, because that sound crazy. Another variable expense is entertainment.
Yeah.
Like I used to be able to go and take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese for just a random night or a random weekend, and the stuff will come out to maybe a $50 or so. Now I'm spending $80.
Listen,
at Chuck E. Cheese. I said that piece is good, but ain't that good. Like,
recently took the kids to Fright Night at Kennywood, and I remember back in the day, Kennywood. I mean, woo! You could get in there, your whole family, for less than $100. They were asking for $75 a ticket. And I was like, is there a new attraction? All the rides aren't even open. Is the food included? No. I had to go online and find a cheaper price that was $50.
Still probably like $60.
$50 a person.
That sounds crazy.
Crazy is an understatement. I had to re-registered for my season pass to get a discount so that I was like, this is the only way I can do it. I can get one free ticket because I got 3 kids and then pay the other 2 and have my season pass for next year because this is wild. And I did it on a payment plan because I was like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're looking at your expenses too, take into account those subscriptions we all got. You got to look at those as well. Like
I try to review it every
Disney
month.
Plus.
Yeah.
You say you review your subscriptions every month?
Well, especially my Amazon subscriptions, because I just be like, oh, because you get that like subscribe and save. And I'm like,
oh, okay. So you're talking about those, so the stuff just automatically come into your house I used to have that for paper towels, and then I got a Sam's Club membership, and I got rid of it, and I was like, I'm already going to Sam's Club. I don't need to be paying them every year. They also pay at Amazon every month.
Yeah, it's a lot. I got Amazon, Sam's, I got Disney Plus, all them things. But I have cut back. I definitely cut back with I don't have cable.
I don't have cable either. I haven't had cable in forever. Like, why? If I have all these different subscriptions.
Exactly.
Like, my kids don't even know what cable is. Like, their whole life has been like, can we go to this app? Let's look at this app. They don't even know what cable is. So it's not a big deal for us over here. Because basically the amount of money that you end up paying for all these different apps, it kind of is a cable bill. It's the same thing you probably save for $5 after everything's said and done, because you still got to pay for internet in order for those to run. So it's a lot. But basically, when it comes to your expenses, you just want to make sure that having a budget allows you to have a plan in place so that you don't get played. Plan so you don't get played, basically, when it comes to your budget. And put away some money for some extra stuff. But we'll get into that a little bit further down the line.
Absolutely. So step 4 would be to make sure that you're willing to make sacrifices. And I don't mean like sacrificing your ex-husband or or the in-laws, or your children. I just mean like sacrifices as in you got to cut back a little bit. And like I was saying before, as soon as I got divorced and I knew it was a wrap, happily divorced. Let me start by saying that. Happily divorced.
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't got to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Don't be sorry for me.
I'll be trying to tell people like, clap for me. Okay? It ain't sad.
You just want to make sure you cut back on the things you don't need. Because sometimes, you bank on that intermittent, inconsistent income and be like, you calculate that into your pot. Well, you don't got that no more, right?
Yep.
You don't even got the inconsistent income that's coming in. And you're probably going to have more expenses because you may have court coming up or something of the sort, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of sassy men out here, unfortunately, when it comes to court.
Sassy.
Sassy's an understatement.
Sassy pappies.
But, for me, I don't think it's a sacrifice more than it's a solid life choice. Like, so that you're not sacrificing your personal time to work more, to struggle more. Like, sometimes just cut back on subscriptions. Like we said, the cable bill, you don't need that. I even cut back. I used to have like Verizon or AT&T, one of the big name brand phone companies for my cell phone bill. But then I was like, you know what? I went on over to, I think I have Metro PCS now, right? By T-Mobile. Now, I have a line for me and all my kids, but it is, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 lines because I have a line for my mother too. And I pay less than what I was paying for my single bill. Right. So I'm paying less than $160 a month for 5 lines, unlimited everything. But before I switched, I was like, I'm about to sacrifice the quality of my phone line, my connection, and go get one of these cheap phone lines.
It's the same thing.
I get on there. I was like, Sprint be dropping calls too. I don't even think Sprint exists anymore. I'm dating myself. But Verizon drops calls. Everybody drops calls. And then I'm like, well, this actually works. And it works for us. You got to find something that works for you and really not worry about the name brands or these big name companies, because they're in the business of getting paid and taking your money. You need to be in the business of paying yourself. So you also want monthly subscriptions. Like we were just talking about that. Check on those subscriptions, especially like Amazon. Like as a single mom, it's so much easier to shop online. And I'm like, hey, instead of taking all these kids to the store with me, because then they start asking for stuff,
your bill gonna go sky high when they're with you. I always shop without my kids, and when I have to take them in, I gotta give them a pep talk in the car. Like, look,
we ain't getting nothing.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't even look. Close your eyes.
I need you to meditate while we're in the store. But, just making sure that you actually need the things that are coming into your house. Check your inventory. Like me, I'm always fearful that I'm going to run out of something. So I'm like, let the subscription come, right? No. Check it every month. at least once a month. It's like, hey, do I actually need this? Because you can put a pause on your subscriptions or date out instead of just having them come. Because then you start stockpiling things. You become a bit of a hoarder. Don't do that.
And look, those things add up. Just even the different apps and streaming services, or you got a subscription box that you haven't had a time to actually be able to get into and use on a regular basis. Cut that stuff out, because 3 or 4 of those subscriptions can add up to an extra $100 in your pocket for you and your children. So look into those things. It's only $15. I don't know about you, but Disney Plus is going up every 3 months. Like, I remember paying maybe $8.99 for Disney Plus. Now they're up to $16.
It was like 5 or 6, and then because it was like a deal, and then going up. I mean, that's the same with Netflix, and then you can't share it anymore. You can't do. I was like, you know what?
You gotta watch commercials now if you want the bottom basic one, and then like, I know I have it through T-Mobile, so T-Mobile covers Netflix for free if you got plan with them. At Apple TV, also you get a full year free of Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then that went up. Yeah, and then that went up. But I'm still paying a grip for my line through T-Mobile. I've just been so lazy that I haven't opted to check anybody else. And then also my mother is on my account. So I just been keeping it to say. I've been with T-Mobile since 2006. They should be giving me something free at this point, because I've been with them for a long ass time. And I also have a grandfather plan. So the plan I have doesn't even exist anymore. So if I leave, I go somewhere else and I like it, I come back, I'm going to get a different plan than everybody else.
Yeah, don't do that. Especially with the good one.
Like, it is unlimited everything. Like, everything. So I'll take it.
Okay. And then so, downsize if you need to. Like, so for me, I've been in my house since like right after college, right? Now, granted, did I want to buy a bigger house? Yeah. Did I want more rooms? Now, just remember, more rooms means more things to clean.
More things to buy to fill them.
Yeah. So if you need to downsize, that's okay. If you need to sell unneeded items, get rid of them. Don't hold on to the clutter, because it's just clutter that could actually benefit you and your children. Like, for me, you want to take a look. Your cost of living should not. What's the ratio it should have? Like, when the amount that you're paying from your paycheck for your cost of living, Ish.
Your cost of living,
like your mortgage payment or your
housing, should not go over the 30% of your monthly, not just paycheck, but your monthly. Yeah. Income. So if you're paying more than 30% for the living worker, it's such a thing called house poor.
Yeah.
You could be living in a house that's too expensive for your livelihood. Like, if half of your check is going to paying a mortgage or going towards paying a rent, you're losing out on quality of life, because you're basically paying to live somewhere versus living somewhere while getting paid. Those are two different things.
Exactly. You're choosing to eat or live.
Yep. Or car poor. A lot of people are car poor because you want a foreign car, or you want the latest, newest. You got to have the lease.
The thing is, you don't need the latest, newest. I mean, if you want a foreign car, get it on sale. Go and get certified
pre-owned.
Right. I mean, because as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's losing value anyway.
Yep.
You also want to make sure that, like, if you can cut back and get into a smaller place, or just making sure that your mortgage is something that you can afford on your own, on your income solely.
Yes.
You don't want a mortgage that, like, God forbid,
two incomes.
Yeah, that you need 2 incomes to pay for it. Because, like, I mean, hey, you're down to 1 income. Now, granted, you can supplement that income, but you also don't want to be in a position where you have to work, where you can't take time to take care of you and your kids. Like, you don't have any time off because you can't afford to take any time off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about side hustles.
Let's talk about them. I feel like that's synonymous with single mom.
Yes.
Side hustle, single mom. They sound about the same.
But you got to be smart about your side hustles.
Yeah.
I mean, look, some jobs offer overtime, and that's cool. That's a good move in some places. But also, remember that your time is valuable. So you want to make sure that your side hustle does not impact all of your free time, because you still need time to rest. You still need time to raise your children. You still need time just for extracurricular activities, just for yourself, so you can have peace of mind. So be very strategic about your plan. Now, initially, it might be a little hard, like trying to figure out a side hustle. And
it's going to be.
It's going to be hard.
Be real. Yeah.
It's going to be hard. But
Yeah.
after a while, you'll figure out a plan that works well for you. Like for me, for example, right? My side hustles are all in alignment with my main hustle. So it allows me to basically work my side hustle while I'm doing my main hustle because they're all related, meaning that I can get multiple streams of income during my regular 8 to 10 hours a day versus doubling out. When I used to be a nurse on the floor, overtime meant that I was picking up an extra shift. But that also meant that I was exhausted. That also meant that if I was working overnight, I was putting myself at risk to be in an accident or not have time for my kids or not take care of my health or not eat healthy. So you just got to be very strategic about it. Sometimes it may be time to look for a new job, something that really accommodates your needs. Like for me, I used to work on the floor in the hospital. And then when I became a single parent, as an RN, I was able to do home health. So my schedule was able to work around the schedule of my children. So like I was able to build my income around my kids' needs, but that's not for every field. So sometimes it's time to switch jobs, look for a new field, something that meets your needs at this current time. And it may not be the current career you have.
Yeah, and it may just be in the meantime situations. Like, I
Right.
feel like a lot of times when you're going through something as emotional as a breakup, as emotional as a divorce, everything seems like this is how it's going to be forever. This is how it's going to
It's
be
temporary.
always. Like, because you're still trying to go through the whole process of a qualifying life event. That's the best way to put it. And you literally just went through or survived a qualified life event, or you are currently going through it, or you are planning to go through it.
Yeah, and you're still
So,
grieving. You're grieving, dealing,
yes.
healing, all at the same time. Like
And still taking care of
your
other
kid.
people.
Yeah.
Your children, just because you are going through that doesn't mean their needs stop
They don't.
automatically. That would be great if you could just stop going to work, you stop taking care of your children, you could just lay in bed,
Time out.
or you could go through therapy, go to retreat, be gone. Like, no,
No,
timeouts don't happen.
they don't have
Like,
single moms. You don't get to
on a good day either. So, yeah, that's not going to happen, but it's just a situation where it's in the meantime moment. Try to process yourself on getting through not day by day, hour by hour. That's how I function. I work on an hourly basis, literally, hour by hour while you're going through it and just figuring out what's the next thing that needs to be done right now. But when it comes to your finances, sacrifices are immediate.
Yeah.
If you know that your income is your household income is going to be drastically impacted, you make changes down
immediately.
fast in a hurry. Don't ignore it, because a lot of people feel like if I ignore it and I just act like it's not there, it's going to go away.
Yeah.
It's going to go away. No, it's not.
It doesn't go away. And then, that whole saying, if you get on a train in the wrong direction and you keep going, it costs more and more for you to get back. The longer you ignore that you're going the wrong direction. So don't ignore it. Make a plan.
Do not ignore it. Do not ignore those debtors that are calling you, like, we'll get to that. That's another step coming up. But yeah, so that's your focus. Time makes the sacrifices, girl. And guess what? When you make the sacrifices now, you can reap the benefits later.
Exactly.
So just look at it that way. The next step of going for 2 incomes to 1 is now is a moment to put away our coins and let them sit.
Yeah.
We need to build an emergency fund. Now, when people say an emergency fund, people are like, that's for rich people. Shoot, I ain't got my emergency. My emergency is my right now, my present. You want me to figure out what's going to happen you want me to save for the future? I'm trying to figure out how to get milk today. Like, I get it. And I'm not saying you need to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars put away, because that would be the dream for all of us single moms, right? Like, especially as single moms.
Let's not even just thousands. We have millions. Right?
Exactly. I mean, I have 2.6 billion just sitting there. What do you need? $20. Damn. So not that, but it's putting away 20, 25, 5, 10. Just putting away something, because no matter how much we plan, no matter how much we try to control, life is going to life, and emergencies are going to happen. The other shoe is always looking around, waiting to drop. So just prepare for it as much as you can by setting up an emergency fund. An emergency fund is nothing more than just money that is placed aside every paycheck for just in case some shit to happen. That's what it's just in case some shit to happen in case of emergency, break glass type of situation. Like
also not just money, but like resources. Look into like the resources in your community that like emergency fund. Like get your money together, but also know where your food bank is.
Yeah.
Also maybe apply for WIC if you're eligible.
Uh-huh.
Just other things like, there are child care assistance programs. Look for everything that you can possibly be eligible for and apply for it. Because you may not get it right then, but listen, I'm telling you, when you need it, it show up right up on time.
Yes, it does. And also, I love that you brought up the resources because think about your community.
Mm-hmm.
Think about not just your family and your friends who can help you in hard times and situations. Also think about some of the resources that if your child is in daycare, maybe there are scholarships available for the tuition to be reduced by half or so, or to be paid while you're going through a hardship. Also make sure that when you're building up your emergency fund, that you're looking at don't plan for bad things to happen. Just be prepared for it. Mm-hmm. And when I say small stuff like $5, you don't need that coffee today. Put it back. Exactly. You don't need to drive to get no food out of go get some takeout today. We have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We have a breakfast for dinner today. We gonna eat what we got in our house right now. So think of those things that you could actually be able to save some money on some things for your family. But
make sure that your like car insurance, your homeowner's insurance, all those things, call and get updated rates. Because I know a lot of times when you're overwhelmed, you forget about that, but you should be calling at least every year. Like, hey, does someone have a better rate for me? So you can a couple dollars because a couple dollars because the rate's going up every year. They're going to say things happen. We had to raise your rate just a little.
Yeah.
Hear that happens? Yeah. So find someone who is going to take care of you.
And then that difference in money that you could be saving by moving to a new company, put that in your emergency fund because that's money you weren't going to be seeing anyways. Don't be like, oh, now I can go and get this done. No, that extra money, those savings, after you cut out those subscriptions, you better put that $16.11 from the Amazon Prime into your emergency fund now every month because that's money you weren't getting before.
Exactly.
So just figure out what you could cut to put away.
Yeah. I said, or apply it to a debt.
Yeah.
Pay something off. Either way, because the money got to go somewhere, but make it go somewhere good. Make it count.
But that's a good segue into our last step of what you can do from going from 2 incomes to 1 is paying down your debt.
Well, yeah, debt is debt is quite something.
She ugly, ain't she?
Yeah. He's ugly.
She necessary. She like the side chick that she like, I don't want to go back.
She's a side chick.
The debt is a side chick to income. Okay. Debt is the one that make you feel good. You can get instant gratification. You could go buy that new TV. You could go on that vacation and everything. Right. But she be calling your phone, bugging you, texting you, where you been at? I thought you said I was going to be the one. I thought you was going to leave her and be with me. Like, that is the side chick that make you feel good, but then afterwards you be like, I feel so dirty. I feel so dirty. I'm trying to be faithful. I'm trying to be faithful to my income, but the side chick feels so good.
I know. It's unfortunate. So, focus on paying off your debt and start with your debt with the highest interest rates. You want to make sure that you do that first so that you can get rid of the debt and improve your credit score. Now, there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. But, in real life, you are our finance guru. So I'll let you talk a little bit more about the best way to get rid of debt. Look, I just say, listen, with each check, for me, I'm trying to pay something off. You do need to reward yourself. You need to save some money. But, also paying off debt, that's a reward in and of itself. You're improving your credit, your financial standing, and everything. And it feels so much better not to owe people.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes away a lot of stress and anxiety. And a lot of people like to do the highest interest rate. I like to simplify it as much as possible. Mm-hmm. Just list out all your debts from smallest to largest. So I like to do the snowball method, which is you pay the smallest. Now it's small, so maybe it's like $500. You pay it off. I feel encouraged. I feel good. I feel like, okay, I'll start it. Okay. So the money I was putting towards this one, I was putting $50 towards this one every paycheck. Now I paid it off. So where I'm supposed to put this $50? I'll put it to number 2. So number 2, I was paying $100. So now I'm paying $150 to number 2. pay that one out too. Don't care, right? So yeah, just simplify as much as possible. But I like to say first to work on a savings account first or emergency fund.
I agree.
Because when it comes down to it, these credit card companies and debt companies do not care about what you are going through with you and your children.
Not at all.
Now, with that being said, that's why I want you to have some money put away for you and your kids. If you got to miss a payment or two, that's what you just going to have to do.
Mhm.
They just going to have to call your phone. Okay, if it's still on. You just got to figure it out. But it's true. But
rough. It gets rough, but it gets.
yes. But this goes to my point that I mentioned earlier before. Do not run away from speaking to those people and let them know about your situation. Because
Right.
there are hardship programs that are available for people who are going through qualifying life events, which
Mhm.
is a divorce or which it is, all of a sudden you're no longer getting child support. Their monthly income has gone down, so they can put you on a payment plan. So you could go from paying $200 a month to maybe paying $50 a month, and it will not impact your credit because you're on a hardship repayment plan with them.
Right.
So they're going to try to figure out a way to work with you. It's not going to be if I just stay away from them, don't answer the phone, don't read my
I don't see
my
them. They don't
mail.
see me.
Exactly. No, they see you, boo boo. They see you very well, and they're gonna let everybody know about what you about too by putting stuff in your credit score. So just be mindful of that. Pick up the phone and call them. That's what I had to do during my divorce because I was not getting any money at all to help take care of the children or
That's
even
the
money to
same here.
help with the debt that was created during the marriage.
Exactly, and a lot of times your ex-spouse, ex-asshole, yeah, right? They will leave all the debt to you. It's
Yes.
unfortunate. Like, most of the time, it's women or the single mothers who are with the children and also with the debt and all
Yep.
the bills, and they walk away scotch-free. And it's
Yep.
like, wow. Well,
I can start a whole new life.
they start a whole new life.
I gotta get out of jail free card. Yeah. Because they have built up themselves on your shoulders.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and suckle from your breast.
Right. Literally. But yeah. I ain't breastfeeding nobody. Not no more.
No, I done had my kids. I don't need no more sons. I promise you. But yeah, so that is another form of financial abuse. And we will go further into that topic on our show because we're talking about everything that has to do with being a single mom. And unfortunately, abuse is one of them. And one of the main abuse that we have been impacted with from the beginning of time has been financial abuse. And that could mean that someone is keeping you from having funds or someone is using you for your funds. But either way, they're withholding any type of financial freedom for you. And that's a way for them to continue to keep you controlled and keep you down. So, yeah, paying down your debt is important. I agree with Quaylen. It is important. But having some money put aside for you and your babies is even more because those companies aren't going to give you more money if you're in a situation.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, quite honestly, I remember I was trying to pay my lawyer, which I'm still paying a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, hey, she needs her bill because I need her to show up for me, right? She needs that bill paid. But also calling my car company. And remember this, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You can call all the companies that you owe and say, hey, I need help. Ask for help. Now, some people say no. Some people may work with you. A lot of people will work with you. But paying for court and childcare and all of that, credit card companies don't see that as a life qualifying event for us.
No.
They'll be like, yeah, that's probably going to be ongoing. You're going to be going through custody for a while, so you need to figure it out. So just make sure you look at their policies before you give them a call so you know what you're qualified for, or if you have an event that may qualify even though you're going through another event. So you don't say the wrong things first. These companies. They told me straight up, I was like, hey, I got to pay this lawyer. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Wow. See, yeah. So we're just trying to figure out ways to help you get through this. Going from 2 incomes to 1 is a shock. There's no other way to put it.
But
it is a huge shock.
A lot of times.
You about to say something ignorant. I can tell by your face. I can tell by that smile. What you about to say, girl?
Listen.
What you about to say?
My father, when I was going through my divorce and this breakup with 3 kids, he was like, girl, what you sad about? You've been doing this shit on your own. A lot of the times, we just don't take a look at what we really have in our finances we don't look at the whole picture. A lot of times you have been doing this shit by yourself. So it's not like, I mean, yes, rude awakening, maybe you don't have the moral support of that person anymore, but they weren't doing it.
Well,
Okay, but moral support. You almost
maybe you don't have another body in your home.
a body.
Can we just say what it was? Okay, thank you.
Cold, right? Cold
Thank
body.
you.
Cold body. The president, the energy vampire. Look, gone.
Thank you.
Gone.
Yes.
But like half the time you're doing it yourself anyway, and just, you know, build off of that strength, that courage, that bravery that you were already engaging in the first place. You got this shit. Like, you already been doing it, so just keep doing it. We're just going to find a more strategic plan or way to get you through it so that you're not on the struggle bus. Because a lot of times you're by yourselves. A lot of times single women struggle, single moms struggle by themselves because, you know, people like to look down on single moms. Like, oh.
Yep. You think you're so strong, huh?
You are.
You want to be so, huh?
And you are.
That's what you get. You should have chose better. Oh, my God. I can't wait for us to do that episode, girl.
Listen. But you got this. Ultimately, you got this.
Yes.
We'll make the plan. We'll help you get through it.
Yes. Continue to listen to Single Mom Honey. And make sure you can listen to, you go ahead and rate and review our podcast wherever you are listening. We enjoy fives. And if there are any topics that you would like us to discuss here on our episode, here on our show, you go ahead and send us an email, singlemomhoney@gmail.com.
There's going to be a lot of changes, but at the end of the day, what I realize is that no matter who's president, I still got to go to work and I still feed my kids. So I have to make sure that I have developed avenues for my side hustles to continue and for me to make the money that I need to make sure everyone eats. Period. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are going to be some crazy changes coming down the pike. So I don't know if like there'll be programs for assistance for single moms or, you know, really in our society, once you make a certain amount of income, you don't get no assistance anyway. No,
don't care if you're a single mom or not.
They don't care. You head of household. That's what you are. It ain't single mom. Head of household.
You ain't no mother. You the head of household. You stop being a mother at a certain income price point.
Yeah, they don't care.
Okay. You HOH in this mother, you know. So, yeah. I would like to voice a lot of the changes that are going to be happening to a lot of social programs of which we have already experienced from 2016 to 2020 during his presidency. His first presidential term is save your coins.
Yeah.
Put them away. Put them away and save them because we know some stuff is about to happen, but we are not in that income level that is going to benefit from it. Most of us.
Right.
So we need to be in put ourselves in a situation in a bubble that is safe for us and our children to make sure that we can live comfortably. We don't have to live above our means, but focusing on living below them, not at them, so that we can have some type of release with our anxiety and stress of already having the world on our shoulders and being the stepping stone for our kids to be able to have better lives in the future.
I agree.
Yep, that's all I think I can say about that. And pray, like you said, no matter who is the president, I still got to sit up here and focus on me and my children. And the only one who got me and my kids is God.
Exactly. And I promise you prioritize your children first and yourself and take care of yourself. God will always take care of you.
Yeah.
I would say one thing, me and my kids have never gone without. Even when I was like, I don't know how this is going to happen. Listen, that ram in the bush is real. I promise you.
You look, being a single mom, you realize, wow.
You pray. You learn how to pray. Listen.
You learn how to pray because your mindset get restructured of, I cannot depend on man.
Exactly.
I can't. I need to focus into a higher power always. And then you and your children will be okay. So that wraps us up here at Single Mom Honey. We hope we gave you some good tips on how to refocus your finances from going from 2 incomes to 1. So let us know what you think.
All right. This is Clay. I cover health.
And this is Aisha. I cover money.
You bring the tea.
We had a honey.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.